People get the wrong idea about spirituality, right?
Yeah. Is Connor drinking any divine protein shake? Do you no longer value yourself based on how you look? Will I ever do the 40-day fast such as Connor did?
It's all acting, right? So I mean, I'm acting right now.
Connor, where's the... Oh, never mind. Oh my God.
Bro, that's my divine protein shake.
You owe me, bro.
Oh, you what? What is going on, everybody? Jesse James West here. Hope you're having a great day. I'm here with the man, Connor Murphy. Say hello.
What up? Hello. Sorry.
Man's in the
Sorry, I
flesh.
said what up. You told me to say hello.
I told you to say hello.
I apologize. Jesse's been freaking out on me all day. He's been actually, nope, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say what he did to me in the bathroom. I'm just gonna say that he is an amazing person and I deserved every bit of what happened.
Anyway, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications, follow the man down below. We're gonna be doing basically a first ever sort of sit down podcasty style of a video. And we're just gonna let the conversation flow, talk about YouTube, talk about life, everything. We have some questions from you guys from my Instagram. Honestly, let's do a background. Who you are, where you're from, age, everything.
Let's do a background check, man. I need it.
We're gonna give Connor Murphy a background check right now.
I've done some shit, man, but no, it's real quick. I mean, I was born in Michigan, raised in Arkansas, and then I went to school near Austin, Texas, in a small school called Southwestern University. That's where I got into my whole YouTube career.
Yeah.
And that's where it blew up, so I'm glad that I went there. Didn't really like the college experience.
What year did you start your YouTube?
Yeah, it was like junior year, like halfway through junior year of college, and then yeah, senior year was pretty much like school and just do YouTube, but finished school. I majored in computational math and economics. Computational math is like half math, half computer science.
So my question is, when you were getting started in YouTube, what was your motivation to start YouTube? And then how quickly did it go 0 to 100?
Yeah, I just saw people like, Ziz, Jeff Side. Those are kind of the two first people I saw in the fitness industry. Really, Jeff Side just like making a business out of kind of being a bag, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, okay, look, like Jeff Side is like an okay bag, but I can be like a way better bag.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that looks fun, and it would get me out of my comfort zone because I was a real shy, introverted kid at that point. I'm still pretty introverted, but I can turn it on when I need to,
Yeah.
you know, the extrovertedness. And I started thinking of all these ideas, and then the first thing was I went to a mall and got banned from the mall for posing in like the Abercrombie window. The cops came.
Did you get approval to do that, or did you just do it?
Oh no, the cops came. This is the thing. So I was like totally a back in the day. I was like, oh, I don't want to film the cops. I don't want any trouble. Like I'm not gonna film them. So they banned me for 5 years. It's actually been 5 years.
What mall is it? Are you
I
allowed
know.
to say?
Yeah. It's a Katy Mills Mall.
Katy Mills Mall, watch out.
Near Houston, Texas, and I want to go back. There was another channel that posted my stuff, and I got my initial like first few thousand subs, and then every video just went pretty viral after that. Just
I
all
feel
my
like you still
acquaintances.
have a very, like, even from like my DMs, like showing on my Instagram that I'm with you, that you still have like a very loyal audience that like wants to see what you've done.
Once you make it so far in life, and see, everyone is like, okay, if I get enough money, if I get enough girls, I'll be happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have this thing. It's like this illusion of like it's like destination happiness. They're like, oh, when I get to this destination, I'll be happy. When I get to this destination, you chase it and it never ends. And that's when I started getting into meditation and this spiritual stuff. People get the wrong idea about spirituality, right?
Yeah.
It's more of a direct study of like epistemology.
Which
epistemology is like, how do you know, the study of knowledge, like how do you know what you know? And the best way to really know that is through like direct experience. They'll latch onto this thing in the media. The first thing they'll see and they believe it. People have this failure to think critically about things. The only thing that you can really trust is your direct experience.
What do you think changed in the process to go towards that like spirituality or like all that different thinking?
Basically, I was in LA. I had everything that I really wanted. I was getting like a lot of girls. I had a lot of money.
During the time, was it really fulfilling?
No, that's what I'm saying. Nothing.
Would you do it and be like, that wasn't fulfilling?
I did it and I was 0% happier. I was so focused on like the money and the girls first, and then I was so focused on the spirituality. I'm like, oh shit, like none of this shit matters. And now I'm like, well, damn, being successful is good because you want a basis of being like safe and secure and have your basic needs met.
For you, what would your basic needs be?
Oh, just like
Is it like financial stability?
Oh yeah, I just want enough financial stability to like just like have a nice place, not have to worry about, I want enough money to eat what I want. Basically, around that time, I got into meditation.
You hear every successful person meditates.
Well, this is the cool thing about meditation is like everyone is caught in like this programming and they don't realize that they're in this programming. You know, in the beginning it was like, oh, my senses are just better. I feel less anxious, but it shows you what this is, like what reality is.
With this thought process of all these different things that come to you and either alter your path or reality or whatever, how do you absorb things now compared to the past based on like knowing that like all this is going to influence you in different ways?
Yeah.
So like how do you act upon things now? what's proper, what's not? How do you know what to
Yeah, and this is why
implement, you know what I
I'll
mean?
tell you how I go about it. And that's why this is where forgiveness comes in, is that you realize that everyone was put in a certain scenario,
Yep.
and they were raised in a certain way and conditioned by certain media, and they didn't really have that much control over it, man.
In the past, like let's say 2-3 years ago, when someone would either be like or something, I would look at them and be like, what's wrong with you? Why are
Right.
you being an asshole? But now as I've gotten older, realizing how they were raised, the nature over nurture thing, and like,
Yeah.
and what's bringing them that, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at your parents for raising you to be an
You're not going to get that deep at the start. Meditation is great because it just relaxes you and it's going to get you more in the present moment. And it's really for everyone. You got to take it, you got to be really serious about it, and it's going to take a while until your whole sense of reality starts collapsing.
So did you feel like your sense of reality was collapsing during the beginning of this?
All of these changes, right? It's only the ego that can perceive it as like negative, right? All this is like extremely positive, and I don't want to scare anyone away from it, you know what I mean? But no, it took a while, and then, you know, like and stuff, but they're not really gonna, they can help, but can give you glimpses of this. But if you really want to incorporate it into your day-to-day reality, it's really sober meditation that's gonna do it, you know?
Because I feel like a lot of people are gonna think that like to get of that spiritual consciousness and everything, they're thinking, oh, psychedelics.
It's like a tool, and
Did you do them when you were like the junior year and like a few years post college?
I did a couple at festivals, but I didn't get into it for the right reasons until Los Angeles,
Okay.
when I was having all these insights about like, oh, my life is you know, I have all these things that everyone always
Did you
wants.
come to these conclusions on your own of like, obviously the more you were getting more money and more girls, you're like, this isn't good, I don't like this. Did you talk to anybody?
Oh,
and then you're like, came to realization, or were you just like, I've realized this on my own?
Oh yeah, I've always been very self-aware, and I'm like, I just don't feel any better than I did back when I didn't have any of this, and that almost made me feel a little worse because I'm like, oh, I got what I thought that I needed.
You should be feeling better. It's almost like a guilt.
And then I was like, well, I need to move on to something else, and that's when I got into meditation.
So this is always a very interesting thing when it comes to YouTube. People putting on a persona, being a character. Obviously, everyone's gonna be like a little hyped up when they're filming. No one's gonna just sit here and go, "Hey, today we're doing an interview." Like that's just no one wants to watch that. So did you ever feel like the character of Connor Murphy that was online was like fusing into the Connor Murphy offline, or like overtaking it, and that was kind of like the destruction?
It's all acting, right? So I mean, I'm acting right now,
See,
right?
that's all right. So that's f***ing huge, because when it comes to like people always saw me interviewing girls, doing picking up girl videos or whatever it might be, or even like when I'm around my girlfriend now, like they see the way I act. I'm a very energetic person because I'm just passionate about what I do.
You become a lot happier when you make other people happy, you know what I mean?
So looking back at your older content, you have videos with like 65 million views. You have second channel videos with like 35 million views that were just like kind of almost like you were like, guys, we didn't get what we wanted today, but here it is anyway.
Oh, yeah,
and it
yeah,
still would go viral. Because I remember watching a video of yours and you were saying you wanted to do YouTube full time. You understood it right from the start, it seemed. So you like figured like, okay, like picking up girls, doing pranks, like that's all the big stuff. And it's almost like you were ahead of the curve of understanding either the algorithm or just people watching it, like the structure and the flow. And I'm watching it and I'm like, it's very interesting to see like someone like 5 years ago making videos that you could post today and still go.
Really, it's all about watch time and audience retention, that's it.
Was it something that you saw on the internet and you were like, okay, like that works, I'm gonna implement it? Or were you like, I have a genius idea?
I mean, the type of content was like, oh, stuff like I want to do will work. So it was like, this stuff works, and now I want to expand on it, make it unique. It can be even better.
Do you no longer value yourself based on how you look?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I used to, but
like you said, like you're getting really back into like 6 days a week training and everything. How much does the way your body look influence how you feel towards yourself?
Yeah, not a lot, man. I mean, it doesn't, I don't get any sort of validation from it. The reason why I want to build like a good physique is because, I mean, yeah, it'll probably help me do better on YouTube, but it's more of like a game, you know? I see social media as a cool game. I don't base my worth on it, you know what I mean?
I think that's
From
huge
bodybuilding,
to
yeah.
know, because a lot of people that are getting into fitness or watch a ton of fitness content tend to think that like it's like that game of if I get this, then I'm happy.
Yeah.
And like when it comes to building muscle, I remember when I first started, I was like, oh, if I get to 170, then I'm
Yeah.
good. And then you get to 170, you go,
Yeah.
then when I get to 180, I'll be good. And then you get to 190 and 200, and you're like,
It never ends, and that's when
it's a-
people started
yeah.
using.
Exactly. It took 6 years to get this, and I'm so glad that I started at age 15, like getting into it. I was definitely like addicted to games. But then as I went from like 18, 19, I realized there's so much more to life and the experiences. Like friendships, families, falling in love, eating good food, traveling, and like you can't do all those things perfectly if you are so conscious of looking perfect and gaining muscle. Like I used to never go out. I used to always turn down doing things. When I was on a date with a girl, I'd be thinking like, oh my God, all I'm thinking about is this isn't fitting my macros. This is and like it can ruin. People see me as this like workaholic, go nuts, film, and I found like a really good life balance right now of work when you're working, experience when you're experiencing, and I feel like that's really important and it takes time to learn. If you can balance things, do it. Don't try not to go so deep into one direction of getting caught up in things that aren't really gonna matter maybe in 10 years. So looking back over the past, let's say year and a half, the content you are making within then and even now and then like before, it's like there's this like gap of what you would say the wild, outlandish stuff that people can look at and classify as. What is that?
Well, I mean, it's all part of, the story of Conor Murphy. And I believe that in the future, I think it'll age really well because people will start getting into that sort of stuff. There was a lot of it that was calculated out, but a lot of it was just a pure expression of like, how I was feeling. Look at how crazy I can act and look at how free I am from seeking validation from other people.
Yeah. Did you like plan out all of this?
A lot of it,
like lay it out and like write it down or
yeah. So a lot of it was planned out, but then a lot of it is like.
What were the bullet points where you were trying to hit?
It's all about finding this, like what you are, and it can be achieved in this lifetime. And I'm not saying that.
Is this the enlightenment?
Yeah. And I'm not saying that I'm perfectly abiding in it. Like I have work to do, but I've sure had incredible glimpses of it, and I'm constantly working to get back there. Right.
When I was watching it all unfold, it was confusing because like the first one was like a goodbye message. You come out and you say that was like calculated plan and everything and like a part of the play.
This is the thing, in modern day it's way harder to fake your death, you know what I mean? But no, you think that, this is the thing, is like you think that my initial videos had this strategy behind them, the Conor Murphy fake shirt trick, all this planning and strategy.
Did your family know that you were doing this?
Or like they were in on it,
Did you call them and say like, hey, I'm gonna post a video saying goodbye, but I'm not actually disappearing?
Yeah, so like.
Or did you let them have that fear too?
No, so a lot of my friends knew about it, you know what I mean?
You've done something. What I'm taking from it is that it's more the sober state of mind that actually is what you're thinking in, rather than the other psychedelic influenced mind. For people that think that's what happened, you took this thing and next thing you know, boom, all this went right.
It's a limiting perspective. It's a very myopic perspective. So anytime you're like, oh, this one thing caused that, it's never going to be the complete picture. And of course, that might have been a catalyst.
I went to college and I was 18. It was the darkest time of my life. It was everyone's dream, including mine, my family's, of go be a D1 athlete. I was a Division I lacrosse player, nationally ranked. Like in high school, everyone's like, he has everything planned to a T, like his life he's set. So I was like becoming this person that I didn't want to. I go through these motions of waking up at 6 a.m., being drilled by a drill sergeant. It wasn't actually a military school, but like the coach of like the formation of that school and like the program was very militaristic. And I was like, I don't want to go to the military. Like that's not what I signed up for. I want to play D1 lacrosse, live out the dream, have a scholarship that no one gets ever, like go to a $60,000 school a year for free. Like I felt like the world was a lie to me at the time. I was supposed to experience this and this is the best 4 years of my life. Like personally, and being very truthful with you and vulnerable, like I truly wanted to like die. Like you could have rocked me across the face and I've been like, I don't care that you hit me. I have no anger, I have no emotion. And I was intelligent enough and aware enough to get out of it. And I did, I quit, I was gonna transfer and everything. But what this led me to was this enlightened feeling of, which I cannot describe, and I'm sure you're gonna be like, I can't describe my feeling. So like, that's kind of a relation there. I felt so free, 1,000 pounds lifted off my chest. In reality, it was just me just making this conscious decision of there's more to life. I don't want to do this. I don't want to live out this thing that everyone else sees. This amazing thing that everyone wants isn't really good. This whole thing where I wake up in the middle of the night, see my mom's mom, like crazy spiritual experience.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and like, that's why when I hear you out and stuff, it's like, I'm not judging, I'm genuinely taking it all in. I want you to know that.
Yeah.
And because I know that I've experienced some crazy shit, and like people are like, what the f? But I'm like, hey, you never know like until you experience something crazy.
That's probably one of the reasons you're so much more open-minded, is because you had some sort of like experience like that. Everyone has their different definitions, but there are so many different like facets to like awakening, and so many different intellectual outputs from certain like experiences, and it seems like you had such a deep like awakening into just like peace. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like I found peace to that. So we have a few questions from you guys that we're gonna be answering. Some of them are quite interesting.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right, is he back again? Are you back?
What does that mean?
Are you back? Like maybe is your old content coming back?
I mean, yeah, I'm trying to film some old stuff. You know what I mean?
Would you say almost like a newer Connor is back?
Like, yeah, I'm trying to do my old type of content. You know what I mean? Because
do you enjoy
I'm just trying
doing
to
that
get
content?
Yeah, I enjoy doing it.
fun.
I'm just trying to get some YouTube views now, and I've kind of given up on everyone. And I've done as much as I can to try and portray my other message. You know, that needs to just stick to the spiritual channel.
Is Connor off?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't done them in a while. Yeah.
When do you like choose to do like strategically do it, or is it just kind of like happens?
Oh no, it's strategic. I mean, I do it for like, it's funny. It's like, it's so hypocritical that the bodybuilding community is accusing me of being on, when the bodybuilding community is one of the most toxic, infested cultures I've ever seen in my life. We won't get into that too much.
It's contradicting.
Oh, for sure. But the idea is that like, I did them for like spiritual purposes, like from a meditative standpoint. It's not like I go out and try and like party on them or stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is for real like self-development work. You know what I mean? But I haven't done them in a while. I haven't done them as much as people think. I was really hyping it up for the whole like play thing, that I was like doing them like all the time. And
That's a really important thing that people don't even know.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Oh, I haven't done that. I haven't done them nearly as much as people think. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Is Connor drinking any Divine Protein shake?
Oh yeah, man. I mean.
And is it yours?
Yeah, it's mine. It's just mine.
Can you explain that? What made you do that?
It helps you become more neuroplastic. It essentially, I mean, it's like it grows your brain.
How often are you doing the Divine Protein shake?
I mean, every time I expel the Divine Protein shake.
Really? Previously, now, or at any time? Your take on roids. I know you have an anabolic scale. I've heard some of it, but like, what is it, how much you're on, or what you're on? You're saying?
Well, yeah, I'll tell you exactly what I took. People don't believe this. They're like, oh, it's funny. The most like honest video, I come out and like explain everything, and they're like, no, he's taking more. You know what I mean? I took Osterine for like a couple weeks, gave me gyno, so I stopped. That was the same time I was taking.
Did you ever get your gyno removed?
Nah, it's still there. I took finasteride and Osterine at the same time. Finasteride is like a hair loss thing that helps block DHT.
Oh, okay. Is that technically non-natty then? If you're taking finasteride?
Oh yeah, this is the thing. That's why I talked about the whole non-natty spec. Yeah.
Really?
Finasteride.
That makes you
finasteride is altering the anabolic compounds in your body. So I mean, that's the thing. It's a spectrum. I would think that it doesn't, because DHT is a very anabolic compound. So I think that it would only hurt. If you take away DHT though, it does increase testosterone. But I think DHT is actually more anabolic. But like, dude, if I could take testosterone and it not be suppressive, where I could, this is the thing, dude. The zombie apocalypse is coming. Like, I don't want to be on testosterone and then have to get off of it because the zombies are everywhere. I can't go get it from a medical professional, and then I'm crashing, and then the zombies kill me. You know,
they're
what I mean?
Gonna eat you.
Exactly, dude. So that's the thing. It's like, I'm not attached to being natty or non-natty. I don't give a f. I was just trying to explain where I'm coming from. It was in no way some justification of being like, oh, like I'm like, what the f. No, you can call me as non-natty as possible. The idea is, I just want to, I want to be as, you know, like lean and jacked as I can while still maintaining my health. So I'm not willing to eat a bunch of like animal products to get my protein, and I'm not willing to get on testosterone and suppress my natural testosterone. I am willing to get on a growth hormone secretagogue that does nothing except produce your own growth hormone naturally, more of it, and it doesn't suppress it. It leads to like better sleep, better overall sense of well-being, and it helps you build muscle at least, and helps maintain muscle. And so like, why not hop on that? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the idea.
Will I ever do the 40-day fast such as Connor did? Honestly, I don't think so. My calves are already really tiny, and I just don't want them to shrink anymore. I like my French toast too much. What is the most common thing that you guys have? Our urge to interview women.
Oh yeah, probably.
It's just like, it's an addiction.
Also, I mean, we breathe air.
Ah, I forgot about that one.
We like eat food, and we're on planet Earth. I mean, there's a few similarities, yeah.
Yeah, I have one. Body count. Is it high or low?
I quit counting because I figured it. I figured it was kind of unhealthy.
And I'm not boasting that having more bodies is good.
It's weird, man. You'll go through phases. So I think like the pickup phase that I had was so good for my self-development, because I learned how to become more confident. I learned like human psychology, and I just learned how to talk to people, and it was really beneficial for me. But there was definitely a little unhealthiness behind it, because I definitely was getting some validation off of like sleeping with women, and that was what it was more about.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the real Connor Murphy, okay? Hopefully this cleared some air on things and you understand who he is, what he's about, all right? We had some good conversation Make sure you check out his stuff. Subscribe to me. We're on the road to 1 million. We can get there with your help. Turner Post Noties, drop a like, and watch the whole video. As this man says, that's what the key is. I will see you guys in the next video, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, to stay relentless. Am I right?
Yeah, I'd do that. I'd listen to him.
Yeah. That's right. Peace.